Joe Rogan speaks on Kamaru Usman vs. Leon Edwards. The tension between Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman has been out the roof recently, with their second match coming up around the corner. These guys seriously seem to dislike each other, and it seems like they both have plans of making a statement once they step foot into that octagon. This is a big match, and it has a lot of people talking. One of the best reactions I've seen so far came from the legendary Joe Rogan. I thought out of all people, Joe Rogan would be the one to think this is a fair matchup. But according to Joe Rogan, he thinks Leon Edwards is going to control the match and finish Kamaru Usman again. It's hard to say how this match is going to play out, but according to Joe Rogan, he's confident in Leon Edwards winning. The UFC has been such an insane place lately. All of the great matchups and cards this year have been awesome to see. But I must say, I'm confident that Leon Edwards vs. Kamaru Usman Part 2 is going to be the best match we received this year. These guys are both some of the strongest, most talented men in the UFC, and personally, I disagree with Joe Rogan's take. But today we're here to see what Joe Rogan had to say about this matchup, and you'll be shocked to hear it. Kamaru Usman recently lost his champion title to Leon Edwards, and he plans on regaining that title. Kamaru seems confident that he'll get the job done, considering he controlled the entire match last time and won every round except for the last one. But Leon Edwards does have a point. The only thing that matters is the win. Obviously, Leon Edwards had a strategy, and it worked. I'm sure he has something up his sleeve for this match as well, but Kamaru Usman is more hungry than ever. All I know is this match is going to be one for the books, and it most definitely will be history in the making. There's obviously so much to get into with all that's going on in the UFC, but today we'll mainly be sticking to Joe Rogan speaks on Kamaru Usman vs. Leon Edwards, because Joe's recent reaction has the media shook. Like I said, there's a lot to get into, so be sure to stick around and watch this video until the end as we get into things one detail at a time. Trust me when I say you won't want to miss a thing. Thanks for stopping by today and visiting us at Warrior Report. We post daily UFC updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. For more content like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and comment keyword Usman to enter a chance at winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. One lucky viewer is picked at the end of each month. Now, let's jump into this video and take a closer look at Joe Rogan speaks on Kamaru Usman vs. Leon Edwards. Kamaru Usman was born on May 11, 1987 in Auchi, Nigeria. He moved to the United States with his family when he was 8 years old and grew up in Arlington, Texas. Usman began wrestling in high school and went on to wrestle at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. After college, he transitioned to mixed martial arts and began his professional career in 2012. Usman made his way to the UFC and quickly established himself as a top contender in the welterweight division. He won the UFC Welterweight Championship in 2019 and has successfully defended the title several times, until Leon Edwards took it away from him. Leon Edwards was born on August 25, 1991 in Kingston, Jamaica. He grew up in Birmingham, England and began training in MMA as a teenager. Edwards made his professional debut in 2011 and worked his way through the regional MMA circuit before making his debut in the UFC. He has since become the welterweight champion of the UFC, with notable wins over Rafael dos Anjos, Donald Cerrone, and Gunnar Nelson, and not to mention Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards have a continuous relationship. The two guys have a history of trash-talking each other in interviews and on social media. They were scheduled to go up against each other in 2019, but the bout was cancelled when Edwards was involved in a backstage altercation with Jorge Masvidal. Usman has since claimed that Edwards is not worthy of a title shot, while Edwards has accused Usman of avoiding him. The UFC is a highly successful business with revenues of over $800 million in 2020. The organization generates revenue through a variety of sources, including pay-per-view sales, live event ticket sales, merchandise sales, and sponsorships. The UFC has been working on expanding its global reach with events held in countries such as China, Brazil, and Australia. Dana White, the president of the UFC, has several plans of growing the organization. One of his main focus is expanding the UFC's presence in Asia, particularly in China. The UFC has signed several Chinese men in recent years and has held events in Shanghai and Beijing. Dana White has also expressed his interest in adding a new weight class to the UFC. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time at Warrior Report.